I just wanted to take a moment to say a very personal thank you for your contribution and partnership with Genesis Church this year. Whether you gave a one-time gift or you were one of our amazing, consistent, ongoing financial partners, I want to say thank you. Your giving mattered more this year than likely ever before. I remember in the early days of the pandemic and at the very beginning of the shutdown, doing what likely many of you did, just trying to imagine the potential impact that this was going to have on our family finances. As a business owner, trying to think through the ramifications that it may have on our business, and then obviously on the church, knowing that so many of you would be impacted by the shutdown and just all the things that were going on in the economy and in the world at that time. But I have been overwhelmed at the faithfulness of our people, at your faithfulness, at your dedication and commitment to seeing the work of God continue through Genesis Church. And we made cuts to the budget. Obviously, we shut down all non-essential activity, and then obviously we couldn't meet for several months. So a lot of the things that we did on a week-to-week basis, we didn't have expenses for those things. Obviously, utility costs went way down while we were not meeting. But because of your faithfulness in support, we had to make no drastic cuts, no cuts to salaries or staff during this time. And we were able to keep doing what God has called us to do in this city. We were able to keep doing what you enable us to do. So just from the depth of my heart and on behalf of our staff, on behalf of our elder board, I want to say thank you for your faithful partnership with Genesis Church as we look back over what God has done in this last year. And quite honestly, we won't know for some time what God has done in this last year, just in this season of disruption. There's many of you we haven't seen in months. Even since we've restarted, you're still being cautious and not getting out much, and we understand that completely. But we know, because we've heard stories of how God has met people in difficulty and isolation, and God has met people in the midst of their fear and their anxiety over everything going on. So every story that is being told, every story that is being rewritten, through the powerful grace of God, you had a hand in writing that story. And I just want to say thank you personally for your contribution. No matter how big, no matter how small, you made a difference this year. And I just want to encourage you to do two things. One, to keep pressing forward in your faith, making space for God, rolling up your sleeves and developing the daily disciplines that are needed for a robust, thriving faith, and then continuing to grow in the grace of giving, of living generously, not just financially, but living generously with your thoughts, with your mind, with your heart. Just, I use the phrase living open-handed to the world instead of clutching on to everything that it's mine. It's my time, my comfort, my convenience, instead of just opening our hands to God and saying, everything you've given me is yours. What can I do with it to serve others? That's the essence of living generously, not just with our resources, but also with our time and our talents as well. Seeing our life from God's perspective, that we live for the glory of God and for the good of others. And then asking the question, what can I do to help? What can I do to serve others? So again, I just want to say thank you. For your faithfulness and generosity, for your partnership with the work of God through Genesis. And then a challenge, just keep growing, keep taking steps in your faith journey. Our mission at Genesis is to meet people where they are. No matter where they are on the journey, and just help them follow Jesus step by step, because that's how we all follow Jesus. So keep taking steps this year. We love you. We appreciate you. And once again, thank you.